Today on EA Sports. It's a special New Year's Day edition of the NFL on EA Sports.
Here we go. The final week of the NFL season. Week 17 is underway. And this will go as a touchback, and they will begin things at the 25. So here come the Bills on offense for the first time. And out will come the leader of this offense, and that, of course, is their signal caller.
What I enjoyed this week is that you asked to talk to his offensive center before the game and find out a little bit more about him and what the relationship is. And that was a pretty positive story, wasn't it?
Yeah, and really what I took away from that is just how it has permeated throughout the entire offensive line, the relationship they've had. It's really a group that's in sync.
They care about him. That's the thing. They really care. And when you care that much, you're going to play that much harder for him and give him a better chance to lead the team to wins.
And they'll run the option to start the drive. And he will lose yardage here back at the 23-yard line. Call it officially a loss of 2 on the first play from scrimmage. Second down.
This defense is a difficult one to prepare for, one of the best in the league. They'll come at you from all angles, and they did a nice job there stopping him for a loss.
First play of the drive goes the wrong way. Here's 2nd and 12. They'll wind up getting 10 back as that sets them up for 3rd down. So from 2nd and long, now we go to 3rd and very manageable.
Yeah, they love that phrase, don't they? Because as an offensive coordinator, you can keep people a little bit off balance and guessing because you don't have to throw it. You can come back with a strong run game if you want to. And if you're in 4-down territory, that really opens things up for you.
No gain on the play there. A nice job defensively. And it likely forces a punt situation on 4th. The Bills send the punter out. He'll kick it away after a 3-and-out on the opening drive of the game. They only punted twice in the win last week as he gets this one away. And that hits at the 6 and carries into the end zone for a touchback. So here are the Titans now for their first drive. And at quarterback from the University of Oregon, it's Justin Herbert.
Partner, do we still count this as the holiday season?
A little bit of a gray area, but I think you can.
Okay, well, we just passed it, right? Well, the gifts keep coming to our guy, don't they?
They do.
I mean, think about this now. Clinched a playoff spot. Offensive player of the week in Week 16. I think he's going to keep going. I think he's going to keep firing away. I don't think they pull back at all.
Yeah, and everybody for them rounding into form right now. And running with power here. He won't go down. And they work this well upfield across the 45. A big chunk on the ground there, 27 yards. A lot of running backs, a little bit of a disadvantage when you start talking MVP. Might not be the case this year. You think he's got a shot, don't you?
I do. I think he's got more than a shot. But what he's going to need here down the stretch this late in the season, he needs that big closing game, that game that we're all going to reflect on and go, oh, my goodness, did he put up a number, let's say 200 plus?
On first down, it's Herbert. He's going to launch this thing way downfield. And that's going to wind up incomplete. However, we do have a flag down. Let's check in with our referee. A little too aggressive defensively, and the flag comes out.
And no one trying to cover is going to like a call going against them, but you have to like the effort there. Went for the interception, just unable to get it, and the flag did come out.
And stopped a few yards shy of the goal line at the 3. It's a nice pickup of 12 yards, and it gives them a 1st and goal. This running game's so important for them, and they know that. It helped lead them to a victory last week when he was over 100 yards.
Let's face it, it's their identity. And that's what they want to play to. They want to be that team that runs the ball really well each and every week. And right now, we're seeing a pretty good pattern of that happening.
That sends them 2 yards in the wrong direction and leads to 2nd down.
It's a nice second effort we just saw there. So I'm trying to get to the end zone. But a lot of times near the goal line, that second effort can lead to disaster. Make sure you hold on to the football because there's going to be guys swarming when you're carrying it.
And he will score. Touchdown, Titans. A 5-yard touchdown. And the Titans have taken a first quarter lead.
The kicker on for the point after.
Both sides of the football in sync early. You force the 3 and out, and then you take it down, score points.
You know what that tells me? They sold their game plan really well. Head coach said, listen, we're just going to stop them on 3 and out. We're going to take the ball downfield and score. But he also told them how it was going to happen. They're going to run this. We're going to stop it. Then we're going to take the ball. They won't be able to keep up with us. And they got it done.
Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. This will make it into the end zone, and it'll come out to the 25 as he will not attempt to return. So here come the Bills out for their second drive, and the magnitude of this game, everybody knows it. The fans, obviously the players and coaches, there's just with them a palpable buzz right now. They know they control their own destiny.
Win, and you're in. And I think every player wants that. I think every coach wants that. I haven't been an organization yet that wants to be in a game where they have to rely on other teams to get them to their goals. In this situation, it's very cut and dry. Win, and you're in the playoffs. That's their mission. That's their challenge. And you know they've chosen to accept it.
And what they told us is this has been the most focused week of practice we've had all year. You wouldn't expect any different.
Yeah, and you know, at the beginning of the season, you have multiple goals. They just have one now. Win the game.
They'll get 9 there as that sets them up better for 3rd down.
Brings up 3rd down.
Murphy trying to pick it up on the ground. And he will have a 1st down here at about the 40. Able to get what they need to keep the drive going with a 6-yard pickup on 3rd down.
A quick burst there, and he nicely bit off a pretty decent gain.
On 1st down, Bass. It's a short one here, complete to the tight end. 5 yards on the catch there, brings up 2nd down. I think defensively you're okay with that. You're in the 1st quarter. He's going to get some catches, but they rallied to him quickly.
And that's what you count on, and I like what you just said. 1st quarter, can you do it all game long? They catch it, you tackle them, they go down on the spot. Because when you're able to do that, you don't give up big chunks of yardage after the catch. Now you put the offense in a position where every series they have to work hard to pick up 1st downs, and you tend to stall them out when you do that.
From the gun on 3rd down, Bass. Pressure comes, and the Titans able to bring him down.
And that was just absolute perfect man coverage. Nowhere for them to go with the football. Led to a sack. And that's really difficult to do in today's NFL with all these gazelles running around that you're trying to cover in the secondary.
On is the punt team now as this one's sent away. And that one hits a little too close to the goal line, and it continues into the end zone for a touchback.
Their own 20-yard line.
Tennessee offense about set and ready to go. And certainly they'll be hoping to hit pay dirt like they did on the last drive. Got the football back, so a chance to go up 2 scores.
And they haven't been tentative at all in this ball game, because sometimes you start a game with your script to try and get information out of the opposing defense.
He's got a man complete. A big seam, and he might go all the way. Touchdown, Titans. A big play there with touchdown number 23 here on the year. And the Titans get the quick strike touchdown.
There's not much that's perfect in football, but that's about as close to it as you're going to get. Score, force a punt, score again.
And both drives were impressive. The opening drive was, that last one was. Now on the other side, though, what's your psyche? You're really behind the 8 ball.
You got to make sure you just hold in there. Survive the early storm. Relax a little bit and try and get back to your game plan. It's way too early for panic.
Point after, right down the middle. And that'll make the score 14-0. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. Now this will make it into the end zone. And he'll decide to not bring this one out as their drive will begin at the 25. And now out come the Bills. They've shown precious little here offensively thus far as they try again with a 1st down now. A little jet sweep to start the drive. And he will lose yardage and be backed up to the 24. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11.
Well, as a wideout, when you take that handoff and you're coming around the edge, you're expecting to see nothing but empty space in front of you. But if not...
Well, things can go south in a hurry, and that's exactly what we saw on that play with a loss. There's a throw over the middle. It's taken in by his tight end. And he's able to get out to the 32, brought down there. 8 yards on the completion, but now they face third down.
And it's third down.
$14-0 the score. This is the NFL on EA Sports.
14. Bills nothing.
The Bills on third down. Just 1 for 3 thus far. This time it's 3rd and 3. From the gun, Bass. It's a short one here, complete to his tight end. And out of bounds on the other side of midfield at the 45. That's a third down conversion of 24 yards there. Nice play.
We often hear the phrase sure-handed tight ends, and he certainly fits into that category. Plus, he's got a quarterback who knows to look his way when they need a big pickup. And on this play, he finds him for the first down.
Off the play fake. Bass. Harris has it over the middle. And he's going to get this inside the 30. This game not quite as good as the last, but still over 40 yards between the two. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. And they'll let the quarterback keep it here on 1st and 10. And trying to push forward, but he is going to be stuffed up in the backfield. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12. A rare misstep on that last play because the drive has been strong, but now it's 2nd and 12. And again, they'll go right back to their fullback. Yeah, he'll work free from one tackle, but that's about all as he's taken down. 5 yards on the carry there, and it leaves him with 3rd and about 6 yards to go.
On the play. And it's 3rd down.
Back to throw. Bass. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. And he is out of bounds right around the 10-yard line. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal.
Well, these guys have definitely been outplayed in the first half, but I like their countenance. I like the way that they haven't panicked out there, the way they're carrying themselves. They're starting to move the ball, and what you have to do, maintain your poise and start to put together some drives.
And he will maneuver his way down to about the 7. Give him 3 on the gain there. 2nd and goal.
Good solid gain on 1st down, about what you'd expect from the big guy carrying the ball.
The line of scrimmage, the 7 now on 2nd and goal. Operating from the gun. Bass. And that is caught. Touchdown, Buffalo. A 7-yard touchdown grab. And the Bills have cut it to within a score. And he's such a talented tight end, just creates nightmarish-type matchups on the other side.
He's so good that when we say tight end, we're almost damning him with faint praise, aren't we? Because he can do it all. He's as good as any receiver in the NFL.
Well, that's the deal. He's a wide receiver, just in a bigger body.
Bigger body, a matchup nightmare, and who's going to cover him? When I sit in the film session, I just look at the coach and say, really? Really? You're going to yell at me? You go cover him.
This one fielded at the 5. A solid return, pretty good field position. They'll start at the 32. Now on the return here, we've got an injured player down there. And in Week 17, let's hope this won't affect him for the playoffs. We'll step aside. The Titans offense set to begin the drive. And following that long touchdown pass, a one-play drive last time, see if the defense, you know they're ready. They don't want that to happen again.
And you would have thought they would have been ready the last time. That's what you work on all the time. Make sure that no one gets behind you. That's the cardinal sin of defense, not giving up the long pass. They did. Let's see how they adjust.
The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8. Here's Herbert. He sets to fire deep. And this is, oh my goodness, he pulled it in one-handed. A big play that time for the Titans. 51 yards. A one-handed catch, that's one thing, but with a defender right there, that was a heck of a play.
It used to be that one-handed catch was instinctive in a game. Now it's a practiced move. They work on it before, after, during practice sessions. It becomes part of their repertoire, and it pays off.
They had the huge play last time. Here it is a much smaller gain of 2.
I know that speed is the hallmark of today's NFL game, but the key to good rushing defense is still having your linebackers set the edge.
Here's Taylor. And he will be brought down, but a 1st and goal coming up as we have come upon the 2-minute warning. It's a 10-yard gain there, and it sets him up now 1st and goal. They scored touchdowns on drives 1 and 2, and now they're trying to make it a perfect. Got a man, and it's taken in for a Titans touchdown. From 3 yards out, and the Titans are going to add on to their lead. So simple math here in the first half. They've had 3 drives offensively, and they have scored every time, and they've got the lead.
Well, whenever we talk about adjustments, we usually talk about an offense making adjustments, right? This is all about the defense. They've got to figure out some way, somehow to slow them down. Do they blitz a little bit more? Do they play more zone coverage? Right now, they don't know where to go because they're hitting them in every direction.
Fielded in the end zone. And no effort to bring this one out. It's a touchback.
Their own 25-yard line.
Here's the Buffalo offense now as they get set to take over here. I guess they have to feel a little gratified to at least get on the board last time, but still work to do.
No doubt about it. I wonder now if they're going to try to increase the urgency a little bit, maybe pump up the pace, maybe go 2-minute. Who knows? Let's see what they decide to do.
Quick hitter here. It's complete. And he will lose yardage and be backed up to the 24. He was unable to shake free there, and they'll cover him for a loss of a yard. And he's got his big tight end over the middle, complete. 19 yards to pick up there. Move the chains. And a quick throw here, that's complete. Not much there, only a yard. Now the Bills will hustle to the line. And the Titan defense steps up here, and down he goes. Now the Bills are going to use the first of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 55 seconds to go until halftime. On 3rd down, it's Murphy. And he'll be brought down right around the 37. The Titans going to use the first of their timeouts as they get the stoppage with a little over 50 seconds to go in the first half. The Bills send the punter out as he's on to kick it away. He's been a busy man here in this first half as he gets it away. And he was looking for the checkup bounce, didn't get it. That scoots all the way into the end zone now for a touchback. Tennessee offense about set and ready to go. You've got under a minute to go here until halftime. You got the good-sized lead. No need to do anything crazy.
No, there really is no need to do anything crazy. The smart play, go ahead and take your lead into the locker room and then try and add to it in the second half. But there's a part of me that looks at this and says, first half going my way. I have a little bit of a cushion. Let's go ahead and try and expand.
Well, this is taken in. It's complete. And he is down deep into Buffalo territory. So with the pass being completed, they'll go ahead and take that instead.
Nothing extra to be gained. Pass interference at the spot, completed the pass. That was your play, so it might as well have not even had the penalty.
On first down now, and he'll take this into the end zone. Now hold on here, we do have a flag down, so let's see what this is about.
Pass interference, defense.
And yes, they want the points, so they will decline the penalty, no question there.
You don't think they spent a couple of seconds mulling over what the penalty
I don't
would do
even know
for
why
them?
they asked the sideline.
Not at all. When you put the ball in the end zone on a takeaway, take the points and keep moving.
Extra point splits the uprights, and the lead now to 3 touchdowns at 21. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. Fields it in the middle of the end zone. And not wanting to risk anything here late in the half, he'll just take a knee, and they'll bring the football out to the 25. Getting set to go again as we look at the back, heading onto the field again. He's just been looking for some space. You know, I'm not going to pin it on him or the offensive line, but they need to get this run game going better.
Sometimes you just have to credit the defense. They came in with a plan themselves. So I think now you try and mix things up a little bit. Get the ball in the hands of some other people, find some other playmakers, but always let the defense believe that he's still a threat.
I was going to say, don't forget about it.
No, don't take him totally out of the game.
Throwing on first down. Bass. Looking left side, it's complete. He's got it. Yeah, he's got to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40. 10 yards, good enough for a Buffalo first down.
And I don't think there's any question that this offense is going to need to hit on a few more plays like this. It's been a difficult first half for them, to say the least. And I do believe if they want to get back in this game, they need to start right now. It's kind of like making adjustments. If you try waiting to the half, it's probably too late. They need to get going right here.
Now a timeout signaled for, and they'll get it with 10 seconds to go before halftime. So even though it's first down, here's the field goal unit on now to try to get 3 before halftime. And now we'll get a late timeout as it comes in the waning moments of quarter number 2. And now the field goal team on for Buffalo. This a 40-yard attempt from the left hash. And his kick is indeed good. And the deficit drops now from 21 down to 18.
28. Bills 10.
Well, not the best first half facing this deficit, but at least they did put 3 on the board before half.
Yeah, it's a little bit like that stormy, cloudy day, and the sun peeks through just for a second. They saw the sun there. They're hoping to see a little bit more of it in the second half.
10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Titans offense set to begin the drive. And from this spot in the field with the clock where it's at, you think we're just going to see a knee and that's it?
And I think in this situation, that's the proper play. But we do know there's some risk takers out there that may want to take one more shot before the clock runs out.
Herbert setting up to throw on first down. Oh, he's able to outmuscle him here as he pulls it in. So we've come upon halftime here in Week 17 as we send you down to Orlando where Jonathan Coachman has our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach.
All right, Brandon, thank you very much. Happy New Year, everybody. Welcome into our EA Sports Halftime Report. A busy final day of the regular season, so let's get to it. We'll kick things off with an AFC South matchup. Indianapolis traveling to Jacksonville. And it's the Jaguars who have the lead in the second quarter. The Jaguars looking to move up in the playoff race if they can, as a win would get them to 11-4 with 1 to go. From there, we're off to check out another game. And for the moment, they find themselves trailing the visiting Cincinnati Bengals. The Bengals seem to be on their way to what would be a good victory. Finally, let's get down to the Bayou. Check on the Saints at home at the Mercedes-Benz Superdome. And in that one, it's the visiting Dolphins who are out in front. The Dolphins looking to sew that one up, and they look to be in pretty good shape. Meanwhile, in our game, it's been a back-and-forth first half. Who can put it together in the second half? For the answer, we turn it back over to our broadcast team of Brandon Godden and Charles Davis.
Coach. Thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3. The final 2 quarters of the NFL regular season are upon us as the second half of Week 17 is underway. Fielded just outside the goal line. And he takes this near the 25, just a little past there, call it the 26.
At their own 26.
Justin Herbert leading this unit out for their next possession. Tennessee offense about set and ready to go. They built a good first-half lead. Now they have a chance to add on to it.
And what I'm thinking is that the offensive staff spent the entire halftime just working with them on, here's what we think they're going to do to attack us in the second half. A nice first half that we've had, guys, but be prepared for some change-ups. We're going to see them when we kick it off in the second half.
See how they handle any adjustments that might be made defensively. It's a first down on a gain of 10.
First and 10 at the 45-yard line.
Taylor. And just no chance of turning the corner. He can only get back to the line of scrimmage. Second and 10 coming up. So after the run for no gain, here's second and 10.
And the big fella stuffed that one up in a big way. I think doubling him has to be a priority because you can't move up to the next level if you don't take care of him first.
They'll try the air now with Herbert. He'll rifle this one. It's caught inside the 25. Touchdown, Titans. A big play there. His 25th touchdown. Tying Emmitt Smith for the 5th most in one season. And the Titans find a way to stretch their lead. And let's count them up now. 1, 2, 3, 4 touchdown receptions for him in this game.
And just one shy of the NFL record. What a great performance. Going up and catching the football, creating space, and finding the end zone. That's what it's all about.
The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. Taken in the end zone. And he'll just take a seat, and the drive will begin at the 25-yard line.
25-yard line.
Out come the Bills as we take a look at the playoff race in the AFC. And this certainly confirms all the chatter, just how big of a final weekend this is. For the moment, the 6th seed is theirs, but it'll take a victory to officially lock that down.
And we have to keep reminding ourselves that number 6, that's no longer the final seed. We go 7 deep in each conference now. But you're at the point now where you have to win to guarantee your spot. You don't want to get stuck scoreboard watching and hoping other teams can help you out by winning their games or losing their games. You got to take care of business yourself and erase all doubt.
Looking to throw on second down. Pass. Got his man complete over the middle. That's Harris.
Complete.
Slant route's effective no matter who's running the route and catching the ball. But when you have a receiver of that stature, you have to be a little bit more precise throwing it. You don't have the same catch radius with the bigger targets.
On third down, Bass. Pressure comes, and the Titans able to bring him down.
It's been a tough one all game long for this offensive line. They're already down big, and now you know they're just going to come after the quarterback in a big way, don't you?
Man, they just can't get out of their own way right now. It's created an avalanche, and an avalanche is coming right on top of them. A good return there, 17 yards, and it'll be Titan football. The Titans set and ready to go on offense. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do? You don't go away from what you did before because that worked, but you have to be prepared for wrinkles and counters because you know they'll make some adjustments.
A carry by Taylor to start the drive. And not much there at all. Maybe a yard up to the 43.
Yeah, things were pretty stacked up there in the middle of the line. A lot of bodies, not much space. I think ultimately he was fortunate to get anything out of that run.
Here's Herbert now on second down. Going for the deep ball. And he almost intercepted it. They haven't picked a ball off yet. That probably should have been their first. And it's third down now.
When you look at the scoreboard, you'd think they'd be pretty comfortable right now with this lead, but these guys are absolutely not going to let up. They want to increase their lead, and they want to do it with a big play. Unable to connect in that attempt.
After an incomplete pass on second down, that'll leave him trying to convert on 3rd and 9. Justin Herbert looking to pass. A battle for it here, and this will be caught. And he will have a Titans first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. A first down and then some. Give him 29 yards. Now Taylor. And down inside the 15 he goes. Back-to-back nice gains. That one for 14 yards and another first.
I'm not sure how much more evidence they need, partner, than to understand that if they don't start to slow him down, it's going to be a long afternoon here at the stadium because he is just shredding them at this point. And let's face it, coming into the game, they knew he would be the focal point of their attack. This is going to take an 11-man unit on the defensive side to start making plays.
Here's Herbert. It's caught in the end zone. Touchdown, Tennessee. From 3 yards out as his guys continue to pour it on.
In order to lead in a game, you're going to get plenty of contributors, but that's his second touchdown catch of this game. He's one of the key guys in this one.
And you better believe he'll be looking for the hat trick here as this one continues to go. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. Takes this about 5 yards deep. And this will not be brought out. It's a touchback.
At their own 25-yard line.
Buffalo set to get the football back here. These guys had to punt their last possession, and that's become too familiar of a refrain. Too many of these drives just wound up going nowhere.
But you know how in baseball, when the pitcher gets a base hit and he's on base, they bring his jacket out to him to keep him warm? A lot of times the punter goes to the sideline, puts on sweatpants or a wrap over his leg to keep it warm. He might need a massage from the trainer right now from all the work he's getting.
The drive starting with a first down, 11 yards on that pickup.
There's a nice pickup right there, and after watching that play, I'm thinking about all the lost opportunities that they've had so far in this game. But right now, just focus on continuing to move the ball the way they did on the last play.
Throwing on first down, but this one winds up to be incomplete. Well, the passing windows are just not there. That's just another example of how great this defense has been all game long.
And that's exactly what a top 10 defense can do. They can really change the game tempo and frustrate you as you try to execute offensively.
And once again, not much running room, if any at all. Officially nothing on that one, no gain, so they're left with still 10 to go on third down.
Third down.
From the gun, Bass throwing right, and that's complete. And he finally goes down at the 23-yard line.
That's the end of the third quarter.
1 quarter remains here as the regular season starts to wind down. You are watching the NFL on EA Sports. So the big play gets them all the way down to the outskirts of the red zone here for 1st and 10. Operating from the gun, Bass, and he will find his man on the outside. And he's out of bounds, almost gets to the 10. 10 more there and another first down.
Well, this game was decided a while ago, and that completion there, it's going to artificially inflate his passing numbers. So right now, the only one really applauding probably his agent as he thinks about angling for a new contract.
On 1st and 10, Bass. This will be caught at about the 6. And he'll be brought down this time at the 5-yard line. And Thomas seems to be in some pain. He's still on the ground. And in Week 17, let's hope this won't affect him for the playoffs. We'll step aside. 2nd and 3 with the ball sitting on the 5. From the gun, Bass. And this is caught for a Bills touchdown.
Number 85.
A 5-yard touchdown. And the Bills get a bit closer.
You get down near the goal line, this is where having a sure-handed tight end becomes a luxury, and it pays off big time, especially when the defense sells out against the run, and he finds himself open for an easy touchdown.
The PAT up and good, but hold on a second. There is a flag.
The kicker. Defense.
You can't do that.
Well, we looked at each other right away. We knew that flag was coming out.
And I always enjoy the conversation post, because officials always tell you, I don't want to throw the flag, but you caused the play. You did it. I had to.
After the roughing penalty on the PAT, they'll kick off from 15 yards further upfield. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line.
Their own 25-yard line.
Here's Tennessee ready to begin this drive offensively. And this team continues to stake its claim as Super Bowl favorites. They are now eyeing an 8th straight win as they begin this drive here in the 4th quarter. They'll run with Taylor to begin the drive. And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. No gain on the play. It'll be 2nd down. Officially nothing on that last run. They'll try again 2nd and 10.
At the 25-yard line.
Back to throw here, Herbert. He's going to rifle one deep left. They've got his man complete. 20, 10, and he takes it down deep into enemy territory. A big play that time for the Titans. 75 yards. Sometimes the one-handed catches are unnecessary, but he was trying to ward off the defender with the other, so maybe that was just a good play.
So that tells you that not only do they imagine those types of catches, they actually work on them with defenders jostling them in order to keep their concentration and haul it in.
Leads to 2nd and goal.
Justin Herbert looking to throw on 2nd down. Got a man, and it's taken in for a Titans touchdown. Well, where our booth is here, we can see all of the writers to our left, and their post-game stories, Charles, they have been filed for some time because this game, boy, is it lopsided.
Yeah, we can see our guy Scoop. He's even got his fedora tipped over his face. I think he's taking a nap now. Nothing left to write for him, but how gratifying has it been for them to see what they've done in practice and carry it into a game and see the execution be so good. They've got to feel fantastic about what they've accomplished in this one.
And he'll just sit on this one as their drive will start at the 25. Here's the Buffalo offense now as they get set to take over here. And that 5-game win streak is ticking away here in the 4th quarter. Just haven't been as sharp in this one. On 1st down, Bass firing quickly here, and that's complete. And he's going to be dropped following a pickup of 7 past the 30 to the 32.
Brings up 2nd.
They'll operate from the 32-yard line here, 2nd and 3. Operating from the gun, Bass. Quick hitter here, it's complete.
This has to go down as one of the simpler routes in the playbook, but oh so effective. Nice completion there. Keeps the sticks moving.
Let's go, D. Big series right here, so we got to step it up. Check back, man.
Throwing on 1st down, Bass. And a quick throw here, that's complete. It's a gain of 6 on the play, and it'll be 2nd down.
Now that's often a surprise for the defensive guys when they see the big fella slide out of the backfield and catch the ball. Not something they usually go over in practice very often.
To throw on 2nd down, Bass. Oh, there's that man again. It's complete. Give him 14 on that one and a 1st down.
Well, this game is certainly pretty well over. They can go ahead and mark it in the win column, but as a defense, they don't want to get so soft now that everybody just throws the ball all over the place against them, gets big yardage, and puts points on the board. They have pride, too, on that side of the ball.
Check back, man. Check.
On 1st and 10, Bass. And he's got his favorite target yet again. It's complete. And he's across for the touchdown. Too little, too late. But he does get in for 6.
No wonder you're grinning. You just beat me in our fantasy league.
Indeed I did, my good man.
The kicker.
And there they got him the ball. Just get it to him, let him do the rest.
You know, he probably said that to his quarterback as he broke the huddle. I like the play call. Just get it to me. I'll take care of the rest of it.
Helping out his rack, right? RAC?
Run after catch, and he loves that, and he's going to carry that in at contract time.
The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. Fielded a couple yards into the end zone. And in hindsight, probably should have taken a knee as he only gets this out to the 16-yard line.
16-yard line.
And here comes Tennessee as they get set to take the field. And right about now, heck, they might be wishing they did not have a bye week coming up next week. It appears they're going to go into that week off in high spirits as they've got this one well in hand. On 1st and 10, Herbert. And a flag comes in as that one falls incomplete. Well, let's see who this is on.
Defense.
This home crowd, they're happy with that call.
I like the way you said happy there, right? The so-called good guys didn't get a call. They feel like it's been that way all afternoon. You feeling their pain?
They finally got one.
Yes, they did.
On 1st down, Justin Herbert. He's got his tight end on the corner route. It's complete. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. That's a good way to start the drive. 17 yards and a 1st down. Just 2 minutes remaining here in the 4th quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. So the Titans in possession of the football here as we get you reset. And they have just about put this one on ice as they've got it here. 1st and 10. On 1st down, Herbert. Looking for his tight end on the corner. It's complete. And he's going to get this down near the 30-yard line. Give him back-to-back catches now. That one for 16 and another 1st down. With the late lead, Herbert's going to throw. He's got his tight end on the corner route. It's complete. The Titans going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll get a chance to talk it over after picking up the 1st down. Herbert operating from the red zone toward the end zone, but that's going to wind up incomplete. The incompletion there stops the clock. Any surprise they're throwing here late?
Ordinarily, yes, because you would think enough is enough. They've got plenty of lead, but I've seen this a bunch of times as well. The defense is going to crowd the line of scrimmage. If you just hand it off inside, you're getting your running back popped a lot as well. Sometimes the defense dictates it. If they're going to crowd it, you may have no other choice but to throw it downfield. A lot of times it's that first read that you have. Maybe you get it in pre-snap, and he locked in on his target, but he was covered quite well, and that one's incomplete.
Going to throw on 3rd down with Herbert to the goal line, but it's incomplete.
From the snap, he certainly looked like he knew where he wanted to go with the ball, but surprise, that guy was covered. So that took his attention elsewhere to no avail.
And with things looking pretty good on the scoreboard, they're going to keep the offense out there and go for it here on 4th. They snap it to Herbert. And this is incomplete. The Titans try it, but ultimately they fail on 4th down. And the Bills are going to get the football back. So they were really trying to put the nail in the coffin there already with this lead here in the 4th, but they didn't get it.
Guaranteed, it's not going to be a fun handshake in the postgame, right? You just know that there's going to be some bad blood there. And I know if we go to the postgame press conferences, the winning coach, you know what he's going to say, why he did it?
we need the points, okay? Because you never know at the end of the year if points are going to come into the tiebreaker if we're trying to get into the playoffs. That's always the standard justification.
So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on first down. To throw again. Bass. It's a short one here, complete to the tight end. Now the Bills are going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll talk it over here before what will be an important 3rd down. From the gun, Bass, and he fires one that's intercepted. Picked off at the 30. And he's going to get this on down to the 13-yard line.
Intercepted.
Well, it wasn't always pretty, but the interception there, that means that they should get out of here with a victory.
Yeah, this is not a game that they're going to preserve for posterity on defense, but they did finish it off, didn't they? They did make the winning play to close things out. They'll take that one and head to the locker room.
1st and 10, Taylor now. And he can't quite get there. Tackled down at the 1. Now Tennessee going to use the 2nd of their timeouts. That'll leave them with just 1 remaining in this 4th quarter of play. They probably don't need to run a play here, but you wonder if they're going to be able to resist on 1st and goal. And give them another 6. It's caught for a touchdown, and the blowout continues.
Well, there's just about a minute left in this game, and they're still taking it to the end zone. And you know they could have taken a knee there, but they decided to play this one all the way out. And I think their philosophy is, we're going to give you everything we've got. If we just go ahead and take a knee now, we're actually showing you disrespect that way, like taking pity on you. They're not about to do that to their opponent.
Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. Now this will make it into the end zone. And this will not be returned. It'll come out to the 25.
25-yard line.
Buffalo set to get the football back here. Let's just be frank. They're playing for pride at this point.
That's all that's left, because victory, not a chance now. And I can't wait to see how they actually go about doing it, because there are a lot of people watching the body language of the guys on the field now, and if they call plays they want executed, they need to do that and do it really well. Otherwise, there could be repercussions.
We'll see how they handle the waning moments of this one. Maybe a good spot to take a shot. Here's 2nd and a yard from the 34. Operating from the gun, Bass. And the Titan defense steps up here, and down he goes. Now the Bills will use the 2nd of their timeouts as they stop it here with just under 40 seconds to go in the game. And it looks like we've got a dime set here defensively. 6 DBs in the game. From the gun, Bass looking for his tight end on the corner. It's complete. And he is going to have a Bills 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. The Bills are going to go ahead and use their final timeout as they get it with just 19 seconds left on the clock. Throwing on 1st down, Bass, and they don't get the reception. Incomplete. So now they're down to 17 seconds remaining.
It's now 2nd and 10.
Back to the air on 2nd down, Bass. And he comes back with one complete. And he'll be out of bounds just shy of the 40. 11 yards there, 1st down.
1st down, Buffalo.
Go. Check back, man. Come to my world. We want it. Come to my world.
On 1st and 10, Bass firing quickly here, and that's complete. Now this will leave him a yard short. Nice pickup of 9 yards on 1st down. He's padding his already great numbers here in overtime. More importantly, though, moving his guys downfield.
And I think that's exactly what's going through his head right now. Moving them downfield, putting them in a position to win the game. The stats, that's for the fantasy guys. I know they're enjoying that show.
A big offensive explosion helped leading them to victory. And the defensive guys, they're just saying, hey, put those points up every week. We'll just keep winning.
They will gratefully accept them, won't they? It makes their job that much easier when they're scoring that many points. Allows them to play with a totally different style and a different flow.
So for Tennessee, they'll wind up picking up win number 14 on the year. And now they'll have the week off as they get set to go after a Super Bowl title. Meanwhile, for the Bills, we'll have to see what happens as they're going to finish the year 10-6. And they'll get their shot at playoff football as they'll be on the road next week as a wild card. And for Charles Davis and our entire crew here at EA Sports, I'm Brandon Gaudin saying so long, everybody.